This is Robeson Community College Apprenticeships for Today's Business. You'll find out more information about apprenticeships in your area. And now, here's your host, Cecil Chandler.
And hello everybody, I'm Cecil Chandler. We're right here at Robeson Community College in North Carolina. And today we're going to learn about apprenticeship, how it can help you, help businesses, and it helps everybody. You're going to learn all about it today. Now I want to introduce some of our people on our panel today. Starting off right here, we've got Bruce Mack. He's Vice President of Economic Development for North Carolina Community College System. And next to him is the President, Melissa Singler, Dean of Applied Technology and Public Service Programs right here at RCC. And next to her is Patrick Jacques and Joyce Milling. Now they're from the Apprenticeship, North Carolina. I want to thank all of y'all for being here today. And we're going to learn a lot today about apprenticeship. And y'all going to help me learn a lot too, all right? All right, first question. All right, tell us about the Apprenticeship North Carolina program and how it relates to, Robeson Community College.
Well, I'll take that one, Cecil. It's actually a natural partnership. Apprenticeships allow us to make our classroom instruction relevant to what's happening in business and industry. It allows our students to have that hands-on experience and our employers to actually train folks the way that their industry is looking to be trained. So it's a matter of relevancy.
All right, now let's see. How exactly does apprenticeships lead to economic development? Who wants that one?
Well, I guess I'll take
Bruce?
that one. Yeah,
Right.
thank you again for having us, Cecil. So when we talk about apprenticeships, we really talk about highly skilled positions, a trained workforce, and economic development consists of workforce development. It's a major part of workforce development. So if you're going to have a strong economy, you got to have a strong workforce. So what apprenticeships does for us is we have ApprenticeshipNC, which is across the state. It's under the umbrella of the community college system. We serve all 100 counties as well. We have what we call college-sponsored programs, and we have company-sponsored programs. So if a company was interested in starting an apprenticeship program, it consists of 3 components, as President talked about. One is going to be the on-the-job training piece. The other one will be the related instruction, and then you have the wage scale. So these apprentices are actually employed with these companies, so they're earning a living. And as they earn a living, they add to the economy. So again, we feel like that apprenticeship is a really good way of driving economic development.
So they're learning and making money at the same time.
Yeah, we call it learn while you earn.
I like that. All right, now, do apprenticeships give businesses a competitive advantage?
Absolutely. One of the things for us, for our students is, when they were in school, we're teaching the basics, the fundamentals. And when they leave to go to work, one, they're making income. They're getting free tuition at RCC. But the other side of it is they're being trained hands-on in the workplace. It's something that we can't really duplicate in the classroom. And it allows them to kind of learn. It allows employers to kind of gauge their students and kind of help us to deliver what the product that they want. So we can go back and say, maybe we're missing these skills, or maybe we're missing this area, and we can kind of add that to our curriculum. And not only that is, I believe the number is like 87% of the apprenticeships, when they finish the apprenticeship, stay at the company that they are hired with. And for the company, that's huge, because every time you hire somebody, there's a huge financial burden on that company to train them and develop them. And so if we're keeping 87% and we're also assisting in that training, that's a win-win for everybody.
That's great. That's for the student, and it's a plus for the businesses too.
Yes, sir.
All right, apprenticeships are the best kept secret in the U.S. economy, they say. Now, why is this?
Yeah, and I think that's exactly why we're here today, is to really spread the good news of apprenticeship. As you notice, if you drive into the college here, you'll see a billboard out there on the highway. And that's what we're trying to do. We're taking steps to partner with our community colleges across the state and ensure that this is no longer the best kept secret, right? It's the best kept tool in your work belt to really increase that workforce and create that career pipeline for our local community here. So we don't want it to be a secret anymore, and we're here to change that. Patrick and I have been teaming up across Robeson County to ensure that our employers here locally know about apprenticeship and have the opportunity to sign up for apprenticeship here in the county.
Well, that's what everybody's learning about today here. Now, what are the benefits or incentives for a business to establish an apprenticeship program here at the college?
I'll take that one too, I guess. Everybody's looking at me. One of the big advantages, obviously, is choosing students, especially early in their developmental stage, through their curriculum. So they're picking them, they'll come through us, they'll interview them, they'll select students that they want to use, and hire them. Students are currently working in their field then. Instead of just taking a part-time job to try to, pay their bills, they're now working in their field, they're developing those skills. So for us, it allows us to get those students placed, and then one of the biggest issues you have when students graduate is they start applying, and so many of these companies want experience. How many times do you see that minimum 2 years experience? Well, now they're getting that 2 years experience. So as they're going through the curriculum, they're going through their experience process, and if they do look to move up, they're gaining those skills necessary to do so.
And that's a great advantage. By teaching you say, oh, I like this, I think I'll stay, and you've already got the experience.
Yes, sir.
That's the great part about it. All right, how can businesses register with Robeson Community College?
Well, they're going to need to reach out to me, Patrick Jacques. Contact me. We'll either look at the programs we already have established or work at developing new programs so that we can kind of work with that business and make sure that we're giving them exactly what they need to be successful.
Now, this program has been very successful, for the college. Now, how long has it been in operation?
We've actually had apprenticeships that have gone on for several years, but we don't have the numbers that we really want. We just had a small handful that's been working really well. What we want to do is really increase those numbers. We just signed with some local EMS facilities to kind of increase that area and those needs for employees. So really, it's been successful, but we really want to do better. We want to increase it and grow this program so that everybody gets an advantage and opportunity.
Well, I think it's a great advantage because when I got into broadcasting, when I got out of school, the first thing they ask you is, do you have any experience? Right. And that is the problem you have with apprenticeships and being an apprentice. You get that experience, and if they've already trained you, that is a plus there. So I think the apprenticeship program is great, and I think that's great that y'all are doing, and we're learning a lot about it today too.
And Cecil, if I can add.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just looking at it statewide, the history of apprenticeship NC, really at one point it was under the Department of Labor, and then it moved to Commerce for a short while, and in 17 it became under the umbrella of the North Carolina Community College system. And so since then, since 17, we've doubled the numbers. We've gone from about 8,000 active apprentices in 17 to about over 16,000 now in 2021. So we've seen an increase, and we're continuing to see an increase in numbers as a result of it. And really, we're trying to infuse a lot of the rural communities, such as Robeson County as well, within the Sand Hills area. So we're seeing some increase in numbers as well.
Well, earn and learn at the same time. I like that about the apprenticeship program. I tell you, I've learned so much now in the first part of this, about this, but next we're coming up, let's say we're going to talk about businesses that have joined the apprenticeship program and how it's helped them. And I do appreciate all of y'all being a part of this, and y'all did a great job.
Thank you for having
us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you
for having us.
All right. We got a lot more coming up. There's more to talk about, more to learn. All right here at Robeson Community College in North Carolina. If you want to know about the apprenticeship, don't go anywhere because we've got a lot more information coming up.
Welcome back to Robeson Community College, Apprenticeships for Today's Business. Here's Cecil Chandler.
And welcome back. We've been talking about apprenticeships, their value and importance here at Robeson Community College, and we have some more guests with us now. Micah from Campbells Soup, and then we've got Robert Ivey from Lumberton EMS Rescue, and they both have established apprenticeships with RCC. And on the end, Bruce Mack is back again, and he's going to be discussing apprenticeships for businesses. All right, let's find out a little bit right now from your perspectives. Micah, you first. From your perspectives, what has the value of apprenticeships been to your business?
Well, one of the challenges for every employer is finding skilled talent. So for us, having the apprenticeship program is great because we get to grow our own talent. They stay in-house, and we get skilled employees who are going to stay with us.
That's good. All right, Robert, same question to you now. What has the value of apprenticeships been to your business?
As a volunteer rescue and EMS combination service for paid personnel, we operate as a paramedic service. So people that come to us are basic EMTs, but those that want to further education as paramedics have the opportunity through the apprenticeship to go get their 2-year degree, which as a paramedic service, that's what we want all of our employees to be, paramedics. So it's a great way for us to get that because we don't have that pool of people to pull from right now.
I understand. All right. Micah, once again, does apprenticeships build businesses?
Absolutely. And not only does it build businesses, but it helps support the community as well. You have an employee who is going to earn an associate degree. At the end of our program, they're going to get that journeyman card from the state of North Carolina. They're increasing their skills and also increasing their wages because they're going into a better paying position. And then also they're truly building a career and helping to support their families.
I understand that. All right, Robert, how can apprenticeships help curb the shortage that we're seeing now in fire, rescue, and EMS?
Well, like you said, across the board nationwide, we're not seeing people stepping up either for volunteers or paid staff to be first responders. This program takes the people that do have that desire to become first responders to take it to that next level. It's a win-win situation. It's a win-win for us as an employer, and it's a win for the student because they get that additional experience and education and get a degree. And that's what we're looking for.
All right, now Bruce is the voice for economic development in North Carolina. What kind of success stories have you witnessed with the apprenticeship programs?
Yeah, we have similar programs to what's going on here in Robeson County across the state. One that comes to mind is in Gastonia, Apprenticeship 321. Apprenticeship 321 actually has an EMS program, and it's a youth apprenticeship program. So the actual kids are signing up for the program while they're in high school, and then they work on their basic EMT, and then they work on their paramedic, and then they actually get the job as well, and so they go to work for some of the local EMS facilities there as well. One advantage to them signing on in high school is that they qualify for the tuition waiver, which means that as they enroll in the community college system, they'll qualify for that tuition waiver, and there's no cost to them as far as cost of classes, and they'll pay for books and fees, but classes are covered.
All right, I got one more question, Bruce. In your experience, how vital are apprenticeships to the regional economy of Robeson County?
I think it's very vital. I think as Micah said, I think businesses are seeing the challenge now in hiring a workforce. I think apprenticeships is just another way to grow your own. It's also another way to keep people here in Robeson County as well, which that's what you want as well.
So if somebody's watching, apprenticeship is the way to go. They're getting experience and they're getting paid at the same time, and more than likely they're going to stay with you when they finish their programs. Well, that's great. We appreciate you guys being with us because we've learned a lot about apprenticeship, but there's so much more you've got to know about. And coming back now, we're going to talk to some students who are currently working as an apprentice. All that and a lot more. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Robeson Community College, Apprenticeships for Today's Business. Here's Cecil Chandler.
And welcome back. Apprenticeships, well, that's the name of the game here at Robeson Community College. And right now we're joined by two students currently enrolled here at RCC who are also employed as apprentices. Earn to learn, I love that logo. All right, here we go. We're going to start off with Brianna. Now, first off, I want to know, Brianna, tell me about your experience, as being an apprentice and where you're currently working.
Well, I'm currently working at two jobs. I work with Lumberton Rescue and I work with Robeson County EMS. The apprenticeship program, it helped me with hands-on experience. If I had any questions, I always had a paramedic right beside me, helping me each step of the way. And I'm a visual person, so I have to be hands-on.
All right, so it helped you?
Yes.
And being an apprentice, you were getting paid while you're learning?
Yes.
Isn't that the best part about
it? Yes, that was a plus too.
All right. Carol, I want to ask you also, tell me about your experience as an apprentice and where are you currently working?
Well, like Brianna, I'm working at Lumberton Rescue and EMS, and I'm working at Robeson County EMS. I started off at Lumberton Rescue as a junior member. That's what got me started in EMS. When I heard about the apprenticeship program, I thought it was a great idea. I get to get paid and I get to go to school. That sounds great. But being in school and reading the books and having your teacher stand in front of you, it's different than actually being in the field. You're seeing the stuff in the book, but it's really not clicking. When you get on the truck and you're actually seeing, you're getting to see what's happening. You're getting to see your paramedic do these things. You're getting to help them. So it really helped me actually put two and two together and be like, oh, that's how it works. And I was able to go to school and tell my other students, like, hey, I saw people do it like this, and I feel like that really helped. So, yeah.
That's good. All right, OJT we call it, on-the-job training. All right, also I want to know, you know, now let's go, I want to ask you one other question, I'm sorry. In a field that's really dominated by men, you know, what made you decide to pursue this career?
I think just seeing other women do it really helped. You know, you don't have to be this big buff guy to be a first responder or be an EMS. You know, you see these little women who really know what they're doing and, you know, can even be even tougher than a man. So actually seeing other women do it and say, hey, you know, I can do it too. And it really just gives you this confidence to say, you know, even females can do it.
I believe you, believe me, I do. All right, Brianna, how does the apprenticeship help you with getting established in the field of EMS?
Well, like I said earlier, it helps me with that hands-on experience and gives me a good foundation. So if I have a question about anything, I can always look back at my paramedic. Hey, I did this, you know, where did I do wrong, or can you show me something else I could do to make it better?
All right, it's just not, like she said, looking at a book. Here, you're getting the training and everything. All right, Joyce, what kind of incentives are available for students who sign up for apprenticeship programs?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that question. So the great news with youth apprenticeship specifically is that if a student starts their apprenticeship pathway in high school and then continues on at the community college, all of those courses, the tuition is waived for them. And this has provided a lot of access to our local students as far as continuing their education and upskilling and gaining national credentials. So there's a lot of benefits for students. There's also an understanding when an employer sets up this apprenticeship program that the student's also going to be going to school. So that opens up communication between the student and the employer. So it's a supportive work environment. A student's able to do their work and then also able to go to class. And everybody knows that that's the plan at the front. And so there's no questions as to how and why that's happening.
All right, now tell us, Joyce, about the apprenticeship program and the kinds of success stories you've seen.
Yeah, absolutely. So honestly, I was just on the phone with an employer this morning, and they said this apprentice that just showed up, this youth apprentice, they are blowing us out of the water. So I wanted to start with employer success stories first, because what our employers are seeing is that the young people who sign up for apprenticeship are ready to work. They are ready to be there. They are excited about these opportunities, and they're showing up. They are some of the leaders in their fields now, even just at the beginning of their apprenticeship. So this is providing an opportunity for our employers to tap into that young talent that they may not have recognized before. For our students, we're hearing stories across the board about how now education is more financially accessible to the students. We are also hearing from students who maybe are struggling with some mental health challenges, that now that they have a network that's ready to support them in their career pathway, they feel that they have that connection with their supervisors, with their mentors. As you mentioned, having a paramedic right there with you is allowing you to be successful on the job and providing you that experience that you couldn't have expected.
Quickly, are there enough apprenticeships to go around?
There are not. And so we really need employers to sign up, and we need all those employers to get in touch with us, get in touch with Robeson Community College, and get their apprenticeships registered and on our website, apprenticeshipnc.com, so students can find those apprenticeships and tap in across a variety of industries.
All right, thank y'all. All right, we got a lot more coming up. If you want to know about apprenticeships and how you can get involved, how it can help you, stay tuned. We'll be right back with a lot more.
Welcome back to Robeson Community College, Apprenticeships for Today's Business. Here's Cecil Chandler.
And welcome back to Robeson Community College up here in North Carolina. We've been talking about apprenticeship, how it can help the employee, and also how it helps students here. Now we've got a new panel with us. Let's find out who we've got with us. Vice President of Workforce and Continuing Education, Eric Freeman, and the Director of Admissions, Patricia Locklear, and Dr. Patrena Elliott, VP of Instructions. And we've also got Dr. Elizabeth Stadford, Youth Apprenticeship Manager. All right, we thank all of y'all for being here. All right, we got some questions now. This is kind of, informal. Just jump in when you know what you want to talk about. All right, first off, we've talked about apprenticeships. Tell me what programs are available for apprenticeships right now at Robeson Community College.
Great question. We have so many academic programs and short-term programs that are available to students to engage in an apprenticeship partnership opportunity. And so say for instance with our industrial programs, our CTE programs, we have industrial systems, we have mechatronics, we have welding, We have air conditioning, heating, and refrigeration, commonly known as HVAC. We also have the business programs, and we have the healthcare programs. So, Cecil, almost any program that we have, we can customize an apprenticeship opportunity for the students.
So if somebody's watching right now that falls in line with that, you have something to offer to them in an apprenticeship.
Absolutely. We are continuing to build those relationships with our industry partners and our business partners so that there is a mutual benefit that exists for both entities, so that we can make sure that we provide opportunities for students to engage in the classroom and in the business setting and be able to take both of those experiences and let them complement each other. What really should be happening, it should be that the student is able to take the classroom to the workplace and the workplace to the classroom.
All right, now I've heard there are new programs coming aboard. Can someone tell me a little bit about those?
For instance, some of those programs, we are about to onboard a medical sonography program. Because of the needs that exist in our region as it relates to training more individuals in that particular area, medical sonography is going to be one of those programs that we're looking forward to establishing here at the institution. In addition to that, on the curriculum side, we will be expanding our welding program. Currently, we offer our program on the diploma level, and we're going to be expanding it so students that aspire to go on and build upon their credentials and ultimately earn an associate's degree will have the opportunity to do this.
All right, now what short-term training opportunities do you have here at the college?
I think it's important that we understand that we have opportunities here for traditional and non-traditional students. On the short-term training side, we have more certificates and diplomas. We have a new program starting such as Truck Driving Academy. There is a huge shortage within the state and the nation at this time as it pertains to truck drivers. So that's going to be starting up. We also be starting what we call a North Carolina Department of Transportation Academy. A lot of construction trades, huge project going on here at 95 as they get ready to widen it, and we'll be running an academy to get the training and get the workforce built for those industries.
All right, do we have any online programs right now available?
Yes, we do. We have several online programs available to students who have to work during the day and have additional duties outside of a school schedule. So we do provide a business administration online program as well as information technology, early childhood education, teacher preparation track, criminal justice, and those programs are aligned online to allow that student access to an education even though they may have other responsibilities outside of their day-to-day lives.
So this expands the opportunity for apprenticeship by doing it online.
It does. It allows that student that access during the day or at night if that job calls for it, but allows them the flexibility of taking those classes online and still earning that degree or credential.
That's great. All right,
Cecil, I think it's also interesting to know that we also have short-term classes online that are geared more towards the workforce. Maybe everyone can't come to class during the day because they're working or they're looking to an advance within their current job. We have short-term classes that'll get them certificates and get them some extra certifications that the businesses or the industry is looking for to advance them up to upper management.
All right, now incentives for employees. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Absolutely. The great news is that all of the programs that have been mentioned here in this segment are available to use as related instruction for apprenticeships, and many of them will align with some amazing opportunities that we've gotten from our General Assembly to be able to help employers and help students to fund apprenticeship. We received $12 million, and it kind of breaks down this way. Some of these programs that are high demand, and we've identified 10 of them, can receive $2,000 to onboard and train the new apprentice. They can also receive $2,500 in money to be able to pay for tuition and books for those that don't apply to the youth waiver that we've talked about today. And even those youth waiver kids can still get their books and fees paid for through this funding. But the most exciting point about this is wages. We can pay up to 50% of the wage scale up to a cap of $15 per hour for new apprentices who are not in high school and $14 for new apprentices who are currently enrolled in high school. So we're really excited about supporting apprenticeship that way.
Learn while you earn. I still like that. All right, tell me, why should someone enroll here at the college?
Well, from an admissions standpoint, Robeson Community College is the optimum choice for our local students and any surrounding students who may be interested. We have many programs that I think would be available for any specified person's need or interest of study. In addition, if a person is interested in a 4-year track, we have a college transfer program that also aligns with several of our sister institutions. We have articulation agreements in alignment with those colleges, so that if that student wants to leave here and transfer to a 4-year school, they have that option. In addition, we are very cost effective. Students leave here and they are debt free. And in today's economy, what better feat when you're leaving college than to be debt free?
You better believe it.
One additional plus for RCC, we also offer through the Career and College Promise program free college classes for our high school students. Those students can take those classes while in high school, earn free college credits, and they articulate to both the 2-year and 4-year schools.
All right, when's the next time they can enroll for this program?
They can enroll August 15th. That is our fall semester. We are doing registrations now. We would love to hear from them. Admissions is open, and we are here to serve the students.
And for short-term classes, we have a rolling enrollment, so they can enroll at any time. They can reach out to the college, and we can get everybody enrolled.
Well, I tell you what, apprenticeship, I knew something about it, but until the show today, I didn't know as much as I've learned. And I like that, work, get paid for it, and you learn, and more than likely that employer is going to keep that person that's signed on as an apprentice. Thank y'all so much for being on the show. Well, that does it for the show. I hope you've learned something about apprenticeship, because I've learned a lot. And if you want to know more about it, contact the college right here. Or you can go to their website, www.robeson.edu.
This has been Robeson Community College, Apprenticeships for Today's Business. For more information on apprenticeships, visit robeson.edu.